Oh no! Beat me again, have you? You're getting too good at this.
I think you're letting me win, Grandpa. That was just too easy.
Now, nobody likes a sore winner. Best get ready for bed, my dear. We don't want you missing your big day tomorrow. What's the matter?
Tomorrow is my first day back at school, Grandpa. And I'm worried no one will like me.
Oh, my dear Clara, you have no need to worry. Come here. Have I ever told you the story about Annie and the Crumbles? There once was a king from a land far away who was sick with worry about his village's festival. He worried and worried that the preparations would not be ready in time, to the point he became physically ill. Just when he was about to lose all hope, a young adventurer strolled by and saw him in this horrible state.
You have no need to worry, O King of the Crumbles. I will help you.
With the little energy he had left, the king thanked the girl and pointed her in the direction of his village.
Oh, that must be the Crumbles village over there. One ticket to the festival, please. I'll put this in my backpack for safekeeping. Here you go.
The Crumbles were a small folk, not bothered by the busyness of everyday life. They always found an occasion to celebrate. Birthdays, holidays, first day of spring, Tuesdays. Once she arrived, it did indeed look like some form of celebration was on its way. But something felt not quite right. So, like any good adventurer with a problem to solve, she got straight to work. In the town square was a small band of musicians getting ready to rehearse for the big event. The conductor, however, seemed very impatient.
Hello, little fella. What's the matter?
Pointing to the empty space in front of him, he let the adventurer know that his star singer had yet to arrive. Without her, they could not get started.
I'll find your missing singer. Don't you worry your little cotton socks. What a lovely little fountain of the King of the Crumbles. This overgrown bush seems to be blocking the window into the Crumbles house. Oh dear, your soil has dried up from all this sun. Let me see if I can fix that for you. worry. Luckily for me, I'm a strong adventurer.
Upon entering the house, the adventurer was hit by the smells of a kitchen, though her attention was quickly drawn to the cook, fighting with a vegetable bulb. The king's favorite part of every celebration was the cook's famous crumble soup. But without this particular plant, the soup would not be as delicious as she wanted.
Hello, Mr. Bulb. Why don't you want to be planted?
The bulb didn't like the new home the crumble was trying to give him. So he refused until a better one was found. He handed the adventurer a shopping list of everything he wanted. Here is the list with everything the bulb wanted for his new home. First on the list, a large pot with fresh soil.
Don't worry, Mr. Bulb. I'll find a better home for you.
The king's favorite, but this here with first.
Let there be light. Oh. There must be something outside blocking the window. I'll just borrow these. I don't want any of the crumbles getting hurt. This will make a perfect home for Mr. Bulb. I should check his list to see what he wants next. To take these branches with me. You never know when they'll come in handy. Can I have a bunny, Grandpa?
We'll see, my little blossom.
Can I? Hey, I see you hiding in those bushes. Why is he hiding in the bushes, Grandpa?
I think those empty sweetie wrappers tell us the whole story.
There seems to be a stamp stuck on your back. Let me help you, Mrs. Hedgehog. We should have a picnic this weekend.
That sounds nice. What will we take with us?
Jam sandwiches and chocolate biscuits.
Odd. I thought I saw a little girl finish those last night.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sitting on a stump was a sad-looking Crumble, covering her face with her tiny hands. She had just lost her voice, and without it, she had no hope of performing at tomorrow's festival.
Don't worry, I'll find your lost voice for you. That must be the singer's lost voice. Come here, you! Darn, she got away.
The decorations have been the pride of the Crumbles Festival ever since it first started. With all the decorations now up, that just left the festival's main surprise. A giant piñata.
Oh, I love piñatas.
So do the Crumbles. But a piñata without any sweets to put inside isn't fun for anyone.
Something seems to be moving in that bag. It's the singer's lost voice. And she has got away again.
No matter where he looked, the Crumble could not find the jar of sweeties, which was a shame. His son loved those chocolate sweets.
Ooh, shiny. This must be the foil they used to wrap up their sweeties. Oh, I love piñatas.
So, but a
This box is covered in dust. I wonder why. Chocolate brown balloons. These should come with a do not eat label. These balloons must look gigantic to the Crumbles once blown up. Remember the size of the fish you and Grandma caught last year? It was huge.
oh yes, and then it slipped from my hands and I fell into the river.
That was funny.
Yes, your grandma thought so too.
Oh dear. his lost voice has got herself stuck in the rabbit hole. I'll help you out, as long as you promise not to run away anymore, okay? On 1, 2, 3. That's better. Now why do you keep running away?
The lost voice believed the Crumbles would only laugh at her singing, so she decided to run off.
Was she a bad singer, Grandpa?
Oh no, she was one of the best, and everyone in the village thought so too.
I've heard nothing but great things about you. The conductor says you are the star of his ensemble, and no festival would be complete without you. Let's get you back to your owner. Hey, I found your lost voice. Now, let's get you back to your friends.
At first, the Crumble was afraid of sounding different. But she soon got over that. From that day forward, the Crumble learned not to worry about the things out of her control. Whether that was her voice running away, or what other Crumbles thought of her.
Why is he hiding in the bushes, Grandpa?
I think those empty sweetie wrappers tell us the whole story.
Hey, I've got a balloon for you. I guess he prefers sweeties. Wow, the balloon now looks like a giant sweetie. I I hope the crumbles didn't need any more of that foil. Wow! This is one giant chocolate sweetie. I'll just leave it on this picnic table and be on my way.
The young Crumble had never seen a chocolate sweetie so big. He dropped the jar he had stolen and stared in amazement at his new find.
Gotcha. I better get out of here before he realizes.
To the decorator's amazement, you had found his jar of sweeties. Now he could start to fill the piñata, and just in time for the village festival.
Letters for the decorator today. Oh, but there's a stamp in here. Remember this.
Then it... Yes.
What a lovely little... You have such a beautiful voice. This fire is about to go out. I should find some wood to feed it. I got you some fresh wood. Here you go. For me? Why, thank you. I'll I'll go fill this watering can for you. That should be enough water. Here's a drop of water for you, my little sunflower. Oh, is that a stamp for me? Thank you. Here you go, Mr. Bulb. A nice cold drink just for you.
With the bulb now happy with his new home, he began to flourish right in front of the young adventurer's eyes. It just took the right conditions and looking at the problem from a different point of view to get there. However, to the Crumble's surprise, the leaves of the plant turned the soup a different color, making her worry all over again.
Yummy. The king is going to love this.
The Crumble gave out a sigh of relief. She could now sit back and relax with her new plant friend. With all the preparations now in place, the adventurer went back to tell the king the good news. When she arrived, the king was shivering behind his heavy bedclothes, all the color in his face gone.
You have no need to worry. Everything is ready for tomorrow's festival.
But even with these words, the king continued to stare at the ceiling, his mind elsewhere.
It's your own judgment that makes you feel this way. Don't be a barrier to yourself.
Very good, Clara. The king took a deep breath in and thought over what the young adventurer had said. It was, indeed, his own judgment that made him feel this way. And it was in his power to change it. He sprang up out of bed, cheeks as rosy as ever. He thanked the girl for all she had done, for him and his people. For too long had they let themselves worry. The next day was filled with celebration, the best the king and his people had experienced. All thanks to our young adventurer.
Wow, Grandpa, that was really nice of her.
It sure was. You see, my dear, you have no need to worry. Don't let the things in life you cannot control worry you.
I promise. I'll do it for the crumbles.
That's my girl.
Grandpa!
In here, my little blossom.
Uh-oh, mushrooms. I hope they aren't going on my pizza later. Yuck.
Don't worry, your pizza is safe. I'm simply taking a look at them for a book I'm writing.
Did you always know what you wanted to be when you grew up, Grandpa?
My mother always said I wanted to be a professional tiger wrestler. What do you want to be, my dear?
Well, I thought about being an astronaut, but I don't know. It seems everyone knows exactly what they want to be. What happens if I can't figure it out?
Oh, you will. You know, I believe I have a story that could help.
I was hoping you would say that.
We'll call this one The Discovery of the Fungaloids. There once was an astronaut called Millie, who spent her days exploring the vast depths of space. On one said adventure, she came across a planet full of little fungi people. The Fungaloids, as she later called them. On this particular day, the Fungaloids were gathered for an important show and tell. It was their tradition at a young age to show off something that they were proud of. But the ceremony soon came to a halt due to some of the young fungi being late. The elders of the group looked at their new visitor for guidance.
I'll go see what's keeping them. I'll be right back.
The astronaut then took off in her spaceship to find them. She landed in the village of the missing fungi and went about her business. Beside a pond was a small fungaloid staring at the reflections of stars.
Wow, look at all these shiny stars. Aren't they beautiful?
But the fungaloid was too transfixed to acknowledge the young astronaut. There were so many to choose from, but they were all out of his reach.
I'll see if I can help you catch your star. Looks like no water for the water wheel today.
The astronaut entered the home of an elderly fungaloid. He sat hunched in front of a fire, with only his thoughts to keep him company.
Oh my, what's the matter?
The elder was feeling lonely and missed his beloved. He had not heard a word from her in some time, so he had written a letter. But he was unable to deliver it without some help.
I can take this to the mailroom for you. There's a fishing rod inside this cabinet, but it needs a key to open it. What kind of futuristic technology is this?
That, my dear, is a record player. Back in my day, that's how we played music.
Ah, so it's prehistoric technology. Oh, what's this? A mail token? Okay, I'll go collect this package. You do seem busy. I can't quite reach it. If only the fruit was a little higher.
The astronaut had walked into the fungaloid's mailroom. This was the place to go for all your delivery needs.
Can you deliver this letter for my friend? Oh, there's a package for him too? He'll be so pleased to receive this. I need to deliver this to someone else. One package, please. Oh, someone's lost their marbles. I better pick these up. I don't want the mailman's wife tripping on them. Hello, Mr. Toad. What are you doing here? Ah, licking stamps. I should have known.
Sitting in a cardboard box was the mailman's daughter. She was too nervous to leave the comfort of her own little box. Like many others, she was part of the ceremony, but the thought of the unknown scared her.
I hope this works. Aha! They don't teach you that at space camp. Here you go, one tour-shaped package. No idea what it could be. Oh, may I have this stamp?
On her travels, the astronaut wandered into a swamp. Compared to the hustle and bustle of the village, the swamp was quiet and still.
Hi there, Mr. Worm. Would you like to join me on my adventure?
If it was safe for him to travel, the worm was more than happy to tag along. So that means no wiggly worms in any pockets this time.
I don't know how they got in your pockets, Grandpa. These scissors could be useful.
On a large log sat a young fungaloid holding a shiny red ribbon. Beside him were crafting materials and a tired-looking teddy bear.
What's going on here? Are you making something?
He was creating a companion for the ceremony, but became disheartened. The ribbon was passed down for him to use, but he preferred to take his teddy bear. However, in its current state, he thought it would only disappoint his family.
Oh no! Your teddy is full of holes and has lost its stuffing. Let's see what we can do about that.
The astronaut had entered a toasty bathhouse. The air was thick with steam. Aye, it was the perfect place for the fungaloids to relax, unwind, and enjoy a lovely hot bath.
Oh dear, you're a grumpy-looking fella, aren't you? No wonder, you have no water in your bathtub. I'll try fix these pipes for you. Oh no, you're getting soaked. Let me see if I can poke the holes in that pipe. That's a long way down. I better watch my step. I delivered your letter, and there was a package waiting for you.
The elder was in shock. It was from his wife. He opened the letter and read it over. It brought a smile to his face to hear that his love was doing well. She also left him a small surprise to remind him of the time they first met. It was their favorite song. He had not heard it in years. He felt the energy rise within him as his foot began to tap. To thank the young astronaut, he gifted her his prized fishing rod. He had not felt this alive in years. In the excitement, he hurried to write a response to his wife.
What love can do for an old heart. Grandma was always sewing things, wasn't she, Grandpa?
Oh, yes. She sewed plenty of buttons on my shirt when my belly grew a little.
You mean Grandma's cooking was just that good?
It sure was, my dear.
Look, I found you a fishing rod. This should help you catch your perfect star.
He cast the line out into the pond, but nothing seemed to bite. Without the right bait, he'll have no luck catching his star. This wasn't going to help him fish out a star.
This should help you sew it back together. Now it just needs some stuffing.
This The astronaut thought about it for a second, but she decided to save this item for another time.
Those are some juicy fruits in that tree. How about this? There. You can now take your box with you on all your adventures.
Her parents were thrilled to see their daughter so happy.
I wonder what she's getting up to. The butterfly seems to like the fruits of that tree. Here, try this. The butterfly seems to prefer you.
By losing herself in the moment, she was able to find her companion. She now realized there was so much out there to experience and so many new friends to make.
He loves you.
Behind the reception desk
He must be the mailman.
It was, but he seemed too distracted to sort the letters today.
Is everything all right, Mr. Mailman?
He sighed. She had not stepped since the announcement.
I'll go talk to your daughter and see if I can help. He loves you. Looks like no water for the water wheel today. I can't leave yet. I have to help the fungaloids.
This
What a silly hat. Who wears these? I knew this would come in handy. Who's a good fluffy boy? Yes, yes you are. May I snip off a bit of your fluffy coat? Let's stitch him back up.
With the teddy bear now repaired, the Fungaloid gave it a good look, as he still felt it was missing something. He took the ribbon and tied a small bow around the bear's neck. It was now perfect. He had worried that by making his own choice, he would distance himself from his family. But what he did not realize was he would never disappoint them, no matter the companion he chose.
I bet you can't wait to show that to your family. I'll have to find something safe to carry him in. I don't think she'll mind me, Barb. You'll be safe in this for the time being, my wiggly friend. My little worm friend here wants to help.
To the young Fungaloid's surprise, it was not a shiny star in his hands, but a starfish with a warm smile. He was so pleased with his catch that he could not wait to show it off at the ceremony. He just needed to cast his line and wait for a bite. With the young fungi found, she brought them back to the ceremony. The elders were delighted to see the missing fungi. One by one, they showed off their companions and explained their importance. Once all the presentations were complete, the elders then turned to the young astronaut.
Oh, me? I have nothing to show. But there's one thing I can share. I I'll try to enjoy the journey of my space adventures and worry less about where they take me. This is what I'm proud of.
The elders were happy to hear she had learned the greatest lesson of all, and to them, that was what mattered most. The astronauts said her farewells to the fungaloids and took off for her next adventure.
Does she ever hear back from them, Grandpa?
On occasion, she receives postcards. So, the moral of this story, my little blossom, is to be open to new experiences and try to enjoy your journey.
Okay, Grandpa. Oh, I know what I'll be when I grow up.
Yes?
A professional tiger wrestler. Rawr.
How did I know you would say that? Only a couple more dishes, Clara, and that will be us.
Okay.
You don't sound like yourself today, my little blossom. I hope I haven't been working you too hard. I do appreciate you helping this old man.
It's not that, Grandpa. I like helping. It's just...
Yes?
It's not fair that some people have really nice things and I don't.
Now, what makes you say that?
There's a really popular girl in school that seems to have everything. Each week, she has something new to show off. I want that. I want everyone to hang out with me.
Well, that does sound tempting. All that fame and popularity. But is having all that really going to make you happy? Let me tell you a story about a pirate looking for that same thing. There once was a pirate that sailed the 7 seas.
And wore a pink tutu.
And wore a pink tutu. Captain Tutu, they called her. She was on her way for another grand adventure, with only the wind in her sails to guide her. First, she stopped by an island for supplies. Though this wasn't any ordinary island. This was where you could get anything you could ever want. Fresh food, ship repairs, fame and fortune.
Ooh.
But Captain Tutu sensed that something was amiss. So, with plenty of time to spare, she decided to have a look around before setting sail once again.
I better take you with me. You never know who might need saving. Fly free, my little bird friend. Oh, look, hidden treasure.
The delicious smell of fish and chips was in the air. No wonder customers lined up at the door. But the owners were in over their heads with all the orders, cleaning and serving. It looked like they could use some help, and lots of it.
Where do fish keep their money? At the riverbank. A fish walks into a bar and the bartender asks, "What can I get you?" The fish gasps, "Water." What did the man say when everyone was getting annoyed at his fish puns? "I really should scale back." How many tickles will it take to make an octopus laugh? 10 tickles. Did you hear about the fight in the kitchen? A fish got battered. What did the shark say after eating a clownfish? "That tasted a little bit funny." Where do fish? At the
Man overboard! I better save him. Ugh, more dishes.
The town's tavern was where pirates came to share their tales of the high seas, and to also enjoy a fresh drink of zesty lemonade. Though, as the captain entered, there was a scene of commotion. Sitting at a table were 3 pirates arguing over the ownership of a treasure map. They pulled and pulled until they tore it into pieces, each with a piece of the map. They ran out the door to be the first to find the hidden treasure.
Give me a glass of your finest lemonade. That's strong stuff. What's that? You're waiting for a message in a bottle? I'll keep an eye open for you. message in a bottle, lost at sea. You are coming with me.
The knock on their head brought the shovel back to their senses.
Sorry about that, but you had lost yourself.
They could not believe the fuss they made over finding treasure. Holding their head in embarrassment, they walked back to the tavern. The captain had entered the lair of the most feared creature of the seven seas. Infamous for reigning terror and for stealing treasure throughout the lands.
I fear no monster. Fear my blade. Wait a minute. You're no monster at all. But why are you crying?
All the fame and fortune he could ever ask for was not what it was made out to be. None of it had brought him joy. It had only left him in a shadow of his past.
What can we do to stop those tears, my little octopus?
The octopus had had enough of thinking about himself. All he wanted to do now was to help others.
I know of a couple that could really use your help. But first, let's get you looking the part.
Here was a list of what the octopus still needed to look the part for his new job. A chef's hat, an apron, a trusty oven glove.
Sorry, I couldn't find another 7. Arr! Treasure! I better leave some for the next pirate. Remember the time I dropped the tub of glitter all over the carpet? It went everywhere.
And somehow into my mustache.
This could come in handy. Were you the captain of this ship?
He was, and a fine captain at that. Until he fell asleep behind the wheel on a stormy night. With his ship now in ruins, he felt useless.
I'm sure I can find some use for you. Oh, what a mess! If only you had somewhere to tidy away your things. There'll be no washing clothes in that. The barnacle's covering the door. What do you use to get barnacles off your boat, Grandpa?
Something acidic usually does the trick.
Cheers! Ah, that fresh cotton smell. Why are you sitting on your own little chest?
He felt empty. A treasure chest with no treasure, he thought, was not worth anything. All he wanted was to have beautiful things. Surely that would make him feel much better.
Leave that to me. I am a pirate after all. What about these beautiful jewels?
He took them and placed them in his chest. But to his disappointment, the jewels were not what he was looking for.
I'll see what else there is.
He took a look, but this wasn't for him.
The sounds of the ocean. I hope you don't mind me putting you to use, Captain Wheel.
The relieved anchor was back on solid land. Disappointed with not finding treasure, he walked back to the tavern defeated.
Let's try this. Oh no, the planks are sinking. I'd better be quick. Phew, that was close. Looks like I won't be getting back that way. Don't mind if I do. Whee! What about this golden idol?
He took it and placed it in his chest. But to his disappointment, the idol was not what he was looking for. This wasn't right either. He sighed. He believed he would never find what he was looking for.
Don't lose hope, my little chest. Come with me, and we'll see what we can find. quite a pirate hat, but it suits you well. Is this a long-lost friend? There was no need for a reward, but if you insist... Look what I've got, Mrs. Crow. Catch!
The telescope was a little sore, but thankful to come away in one piece. Unfortunately, he did not get the treasure he so desired, and walked back to the tavern empty-handed.
Help.
She was in awe at the beautiful chest. The chest, however, did not understand. Why did she find these items precious? They weren't shiny or brand new. She explained that each of these items meant a lot to her. They held cherished memories and reminded her of good times. With this news, the chest couldn't believe he would hold such treasure.
Ooh, that's a lot of glitter. What about this?
The captain thought about it for a second, but she decided to save.
a round pot of delicious fondue. Now with golden coins. Whew, that's hot. A golden fondue ball. What I've always wanted. She blows. This will be a perfect fit.
Mrs. Pepper and Mr. Salt were shocked to see who was coming through their door. They saw the job slip in his tentacle, the chef's hat on his head, and cowered at the idea of him wanting to work at their diner. The octopus started to tear up. Mrs. Pepper, seeing this, stepped closer to the octopus and wiped away a tear. She looked at her husband for approval. But before he could answer, he felt the strong tickle of yet another sneeze. With a quick flick of a tentacle, the octopus placed a well-timed handkerchief under Mr. Salt's nose. He laughed and thanked the octopus. He shared his wife's feelings and believed the octopus deserved a second chance.
I'll have to stop by for some chips next time. Now that's what I call service with a smile.
Disappointed, each hunter had come back to where they had started. As they listened to each other's stories, they could not help but laugh. They were too lost in their chase for fame and fortune. The stories they had made were worth far more than any treasure. With the feeling of a job well done, Captain Tutu went to get ready to depart. To her surprise, the whole island had gathered to say their goodbyes. She reminded them that fame and fortune is not everything. Finding happiness with what you have is the mark of a true pirate legend. With warm hugs and long goodbyes, she set sail, plotting a course for another long adventure. You see, Clara, having everything you could ever want doesn't mean you'll be happy. In some cases, it may make you unhappy.
You know what? I'm happy with what I have.
That's wonderful to hear, my little blossom.
Anyways, I've got the best treasure of them all.
Oh, do you now? Let's see. Is it pretty jewels and gold doubloons?
It's you, Grandpa.
Oh. Ah, there you are. I see you're busy with your homework. Good girl. Then you won't mind me popping out to the garden for a bit?
Not at all, Grandpa. I've got lots to do.
Okay, see you shortly.
Phew, that was close. Now, what's left for Grandpa's birthday surprise? Let's see. I have his present, card, and cake to collect from my friends. First stop, the Crumbles village. No stars in this pond, but I see you have yours with you. This is much nicer than a crow pecking you, isn't it? This present looks ready to go. What a lovely ribbon! I hope Grandpa likes it. But there's no point in worrying about that. It is out of my control. What's next? His birthday card. The Fungaloids should have that. But first, have I done everything I need to before I leave? Sorry for tricking you with the giant balloon. Your father really needed his jar of sweeties back. Looks like you've made even more friends since we last met. I'll have to get you to play for Grandpa's birthday. Hello, Captain Wheel. you out and about. Be careful you don't make the singer sneeze. Thank you for holding on to Grandpa's card for me. To Grandpa. Happy birthday. From your little blossom. Perfect. Now to enjoy another journey. Let's go get that cake. But first, have I done everything I need to before I leave? Auditioning new talent for your band. Yummy! Still dancing, I see. You'll have to share your famous crumble soup recipe with my friend Octopus. He's an Are you getting ready for a swim? Ooh, I cannot wait to have a big slice of this cake. But Grandpa needs to have his slice first. Now that I have everything I need, I best get ready. But first, have I done everything I need to before I leave? Grandpa, can you help me with my homework? This question is really hard.
2 seconds, my dear. It's not like you to get...
Surprise!
Oh!
Happy birthday, Grandpa! I love you so much.
I love you too, my little blossom. Thank you for making this old man happy. You didn't have to do all this.
I had the help of my friends from your stories. They wish you a happy birthday as well.
Did they? That was nice of them. Since you aren't actually doing homework, how about a picnic?
Yes, please.
Aha! I'll go grab the chocolate biscuits.
Subscribe for more content.